Hi, sorry about last week. There was no comic book corner video. That is basically because last week I got my selection of comics and they were really weak. I really just didn't know what to say about them, but because I didn't do one last week, I'm going to do kind of 3 mini ones. Basically the bad, the okay, and the ones that I really did get excited about over the last 2 weeks. So let's start with the really bad ones, or the ones that just really didn't do anything for me. This week, Marvel One Shot, the Daredevil cage match. What was the point? I really don't. I'm guessing this is something to do with the whole Shadowland event that's coming up in July. But even then, this is just I don't even know what to say about it. The artwork's okay, it's, you know, it's dynamic, but basically it's just a fake fight between Daredevil and Luke Cage, which, how many times has that been done before? There's an apparent twist in it, but I could see that was coming. Waste of time. One I really didn't want to have to put on the bad pile, but Buffy, so disappointed. Yeah, Buffy 35, the last issue before it takes a few months break, and am I getting it right? Twilight isn't Angel, Twilight is actually a place. Is that right? I think so. But anyway, they're all playing in the fantasy La La Land while the rest of Buffy's teammates are getting back on hordes of demons that are coming through rips all over the world. And then Spike turns up at the end. Put that away. Astonishing XMen. Xenogenesis. This has to be the ugliest comic book I've seen in a long time. Andrews, I can't say the name rings a bell, so I've not really seen much of his work, but, well, basically he's really made these mutants into mutants, basically. I mean, Emma Frost, I've never seen her so ugly. And let's not really go into the whole boob issue with Emma. I mean, okay, they're large, we get it. I think she's vying for Power Girl's crown for the biggest breasts. But I mean, okay, the front cover, I don't know if you can see that very well. It is actually okay. It's very stylised. Storm actually has no waist whatsoever, and well, Emma Frost is all sorts of weird, but it does look interesting from the front. But then when you get inside, and they thought they'd fill it all up at the end by putting basically the script at the end to fill it up to make it worth $3.99. No, bye. And finally, I don't know whether I can call this bad or not yet. It's on its first issue, Brightest Day. I mean, it's starting to remind. Well, it's got that whole 51 countdown, 52 feel about it, where you've got about 6 different storylines all running concurrently, but none of these I really care about. There's some interesting splash pages. There's a huge octopus that comes out of the sea, but that's about it. Martian the Manhunter chucking water on Mars. Really, I don't get it. And it's so disappointing because Blackest Night, when that first came out, it hit you bang right there and you were excited. You wanted to get the next issue. You wanted to know what happened. Maybe it's because it was more of one storyline with one main character and you followed his journey and obviously other characters interacted with him. Maybe this is the problem with Brightest Days. It's got too many characters and too many storylines. Obviously all the resurrected superheroes that have come back, they've all got their own issues. Then fine, tell you what, either give them a new series, let them work it out from there and then lead them on, or just do a mini series and then people can pick up the characters that they're actually interested in. And this just seems a bit lackluster, really. We'll give it a couple more issues just to see if it's worth buying it. Maybe it'll pan out a bit more. I doubt it. That's it for the bad. Fortunately, not that many. In part 2, the okay ones, the ones that I was entertained with.